Wouldn't it be cool to be able to chat with Andy? Well, now you can through Cameo. Visit cameo.com/andy.puppet or check the description box for a link to get your own special video message from Andy.
I loved you in Ghostbusters too. Answer me!
Hey, where's Justin going?
He said he had to do something at the top. 377 steps, all the way up at the head.
So, millions of people each year come visit a giant green guy in a bathrobe holding an ice cream cone.
What?
Don't you find that a bit odd?
First of all, it's not a he, it's a she. That's Lady Liberty. She's supposed to be a symbol of freedom.
Well, that makes sense. Nothing says freedom like a giant green woman holding a book and a giant ice cream cone.
Wow.
So give me the backstory on this lady.
Yeah.
Why green? Why ice cream? Why is she dressed like she's going to a toga party? Why the giant book?
Well, in order to know that, we need to learn the history of the Statue of Liberty. Even though the Statue of Liberty is a symbol of America, it was actually a gift from France. Born in the USA, I was...
No, you're not. You were born in France.
Oh, okay, let me adjust. Born in France, place... No, that's not as good. In 1865, a Frenchman named Edouard de La Boulaye suggested that a monument should be built as a gift from France to the United States in order to honor America's commitment to freedom, their relationship with France, and democracy. We shall give America a statue of a big green lady and a rib.
What's a rub?
I said rib.
Oh. But what's a rub?
I said rub. To create the statue, La Boulaye hired French sculptor Frederic Bartholdi. Do you like my little ribbon bow tie I made? I made it especially for Easter. What? Bartholdi had visited the Sphinx in the past and was really interested in creating giant monuments. I like two things, big statues and Easter. Huh? He came up with the idea to build a statue for Egypt that he called Egypt Bringing Light to Asia. This statue was too expensive to be built, but it is believed that the Statue of Liberty is based on its original design. Bartholdi tweaked his design a bit and based his new sculpture on the Roman goddess of liberty, Libertas. It is said that he based the face of the statue on his mom and often used his wife as a model.
Great, so we have a giant statue of some French dude's mom in the middle of the water. What were we thinking back then?
No wonder Justin was yelling mommy when we got here. Anyway, Bartholdi and La Boulaye both agreed that this monument should be a shared project between France and the United States. America would build the pedestal, and France would build the statue. They wanted the statue to be a symbol of peace that celebrates the 100-year anniversary of America's independence. In order to really emphasize this, on the tablet held by the statue, it reads July 4th, 1776, the date of the signing of the Declaration of Independence, when America got their freedom. The first name for the statue was Liberty Enlightening the World.
I don't know, man. This thing was 305 feet tall.
Wow.
450,000 pounds.
What?
Green?
Yeah.
Seems like there's a completely logical name that they totally missed out on.
Huh?
What's that?
Godzilla. Imagine strolling into America and seeing that on your way in.
Carmela, we did it! We made it to America! Never mind, let's go home.
Work on the statue began in France in 1875. A year later, the completed torch went on display in Philadelphia and New York to help raise funds to build the rest of it. But in France, Bartholdi needed help from an engineer, so he went to the one guy who helped design France's most iconic monument.
The Empire State Building?
Wrong.
The Sydney Opera House?
Nope.
Big Ben? The Sydney Empire Big Ben House?
No!
The Sydney Empire Big Ben House 2, Electric Boogaloo.
That's not even a thing. He went to a guy who designed one of France's most iconic monuments, the Eiffel Tower. In France, Gustav Eiffel joined the project and helped build the internal structure. He came up with the idea of hammering copper sheets over a steel framework. After being built for 10 years, the statue was completed in 1884 and stood over 151 feet high and weighed 225 tons. The statue was disassembled into 350 individual pieces, packed into 214 cases, and shipped to New York City, where it will be put back together. The assembly of the statue began in April of 1886. First, the iron frame was built, and then the copper pieces were put over the top. The statue was finally completed on Bedloe's Island, which we now call Liberty Island, in New York.
Ah, nothing screams America like the color green. You'd think they'd go full red, white, and blue on them.
Well, there's actually a reason behind that. New York's iconic blue-green Statue of Liberty wasn't always green.
Was it Easter colors? Like soft yellows and pinks?
What?
When the statue was gifted to the US from France in 1885, she was actually a shiny brown copper color, like a penny. In fact, the amount of copper covering the iron frame of the statue is about 2 pennies thick.
Wow.
A natural weathering process called oxidation took place when the air and water reacted with copper plates. Over time, the weathering of the copper created a thin layer of copper carbonate called patina. Although many people were worried that the statue's color change meant that it was getting old and breaking down, the patina actually protects the copper underneath it. He's being weird. I'm just gonna ignore him.
Speaking of weird, hit me with some lesser-known info on this bad boy. Girl.
Number 1.
Some say that the 7 spikes on top of the statue represent the 7 seas and 7 continents of the world. But others say the spikes are sun rays, and the circle beneath them is a halo.
Number 2.
When winds reach 50 miles per hour, the statue can sway up to 3 inches, and the torch up to 6 inches.
Number 3.
The original torch of the statue was removed in 1984 and is currently inside the lobby of the monument. The statue's current replacement is a copper flame covered in 24-karat gold.
Number 4.
A broken shackle and chain can be seen by the statue's foot. These broken chains are said to symbolize freedom and democracy, but many also say they represent the end of slavery in America.
Number 5.
Lady Liberty is thought to have been hit by around 600 lightning bolts a year, every year since she was built.
Number 6.
Famous inventor Thomas Edison suggested that the statue should have the ability to talk.
Okay, everybody, raise your hand if you love Webkins. What? I'm the only one raising my hand right now, for reals?
Yeah.
Ultimately, this idea was rejected.
No.
Number 7.
The statue was often the first thing that immigrants coming to America would see as they neared Ellis Island, an early immigration center that is now a historical site. The statue faces southeast and was strategically placed there to be a welcoming symbol to those that arrived by boat.
And in 1903, a bronze plaque was featured on the pedestal of the statue welcoming those coming to America.
Emma Lazarus wrote a sonnet called The New Colossus for an auction to raise funds for the pedestal. The poem closes with this: "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door."
Uh-oh. I think we better leave.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Do me a favor and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I would really appreciate it. But I especially appreciate my patrons on Patreon, especially Hannah, Maya, and Zoe, Sean Fideli, Amelia Murray, Mika, Jordan, and Maya, Ada S., Davin Kimathi, Jack and Easton Hess, Kai Kim, Lincoln Miller, Leif Anderson Miller, The Ravard Boys, Aiden Swift, Gavin and Ian Eshtay, Kerry, Billy, and Maura, Evan Bristol and John Beecher, Tegan and Callan Leon, Maxwell Rummins, Porter, Isaac, and Wesley Pierce, Anera and Alice, Nadia and Hannah, Kate and Sarah, Jack and Colt Skinner, Simon, Natalie, and Liam McNulty, Amelia and Alan Mills, Krusty Face, Autumn McBottom and Beeg Sauce, Lizzie, Dean, and Trevor, Creative Devin and Zach T, James Berg Pfeiffer III, Avery L, Xander and Lucinda, Gwen, Iggy, Elwin, and Addie, GC, Nora Close, Ida Zaidman, Emma Priestley, Gavin Moore and Paige Lawton, Zeno the Shark, Dora and Levi, Magnus and Lars, Ari aka R Tank, Lennon, McCartney, Jones, Page, Avalon and Cash, Vivi and Jojo Roche, Henry Pavelko, Brenton and Cosette, Matthew and James Mondiello, Max, Grant and Amelia, Harry, Fred and Tio, Buddy Deese, Wyatt Michelle, Gracie Casara, Judah Moore, Darian Calvin, Cara and Michael, Marley and Lennon Kimsey, The Peterson Pack, Aiton Judah, Gavin Meidel, Levi and Trevor Dwyer, Arthur Watson, Dom and Ollie, Mrs. Essinger's third grade class, Louis and Theodore Fierro, Grayson Christoph, Lily, Patrick and Marina, Evan Gray, Wesley C., Luke and Lily Hurlitz, Alex and Bella, Dean Scandalakis, Thomas and Lucas V., Connor and Emma B., Aria and Kieran, Leah and Gavin Clark, Isley and Jude Siegel, Riker Y., Stefan Orm, Mrs. Brown's first grade, Milan Shondell, Maxwell M., Jameson and Nolan, Felix and Casper Watson Smith, Henry and Marion Carson, Annie and David in Pennsylvania, Asher Jacobson, Arthur, Patrick and Edward Adams, Caden Dunphy, Ethan Grainer, Charles and Olivia, Under Pressure Homework Help, especially Riley Kraft, Penny, Mr. Nicholas, Elijah Robert, Rebecca Beanie, Rebecca and Sarah F. from Pennsylvania, Evan Lee, Max R., Cruz Gomez, Rory, Jack and Lucas, Saul Joaquin and Jacob. Do you want to get your name in a video too? Visit patreon.com/Mr. DeMaio. Also, I've hidden a secret coupon code in this video. Try to find it. It's black and has a hashtag symbol before it. If you find it, you can get cool stuff from my Teespring store like this shirt, and this pillow, and this shirt. As always, check the description box for a link. You can also test your Statue of Liberty knowledge with my Statue of Liberty quiz on my Teachers Pay Teachers site. I have a bunch of other quizzes and worksheets for my other videos there too. As always, check the description box for a link. And now on to the fan art. Like usual, I got tons of mail. I can't show it all, but I do read and check out everything you send me. Some cool ones are in the background there, and the best ones are being shown, like this. I got this bead thing of Roberta from Avery in Kentucky. That's pretty cool. There's this pic of basically every character ever from Leah in Tennessee. Thank you, Leah. And this pic, a water balloon guy from Henry in Oklahoma. Oh my gosh, you really blew me away. Thank you, Henry. That's awesome. You can send your fan art to me at Mr. DeMaio, P.O. Box 58, Keyport, New Jersey, 07735.
You talk in television.